Hi everyone. Okay, here's my dough. I cut it ahead of time and I probably shouldn't have, but look how nice and smooth it got. Now, to be truthful, I did take it out of the bowl and I folded it a few times and let it rise. It's been hours now. But like I said, my sourdough is probably not as strong as yours because I wasn't feeding mine on the right schedule because I have another one in the fridge. So anyway, I cut it in half because this is gonna make 2 baguettes. But I'm gonna do 1 baguette and 1 boule for you so you can see how that works. So you're gonna pinch it together. So you're gonna flatten it out and you're just gonna roll it into itself. Now, when I was teaching school, I couldn't say like you're rolling a cigar because that would be bad. And I've never rolled a cigar before. However, it's very much just making it nice and tight. So this is just a small little bâton or a baguette, just like that. You want it nice and tight, and when you press it, it comes right back to you, okay? So there's that. And I'm gonna make another one because, yeah, so you flatten it out, and you roll it nice and tight into itself, just like that, and you pinch it together. Yours might be, mine's a little too tight. Yours might be nice and loose. It'll be much easier to do, and we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it one more time to make it really tight. And what this does is when you're making it nice and tight like this, then I'm gonna take a knife, when it's all risen, I'm gonna cut slashes through this, and it's gonna bloom through those slashes and cause nice, beautiful scars. And it's gonna, the tighter you make the bread, the fluffier your bread is going to be. So I'm going to roll again. Just going to do this one more time. And those of you who are my former students, we've done this in class many, many times. Your first ones may not turn out okay. Don't worry, it's still going to taste okay, all right? So I'm going to roll, get it nice smooth. Put the seam side down. Now, if you're using just a plain pan, butter it first. I don't have any butter with me. I'm gonna lift these up afterwards and butter it, or use some parchment paper, but there you go. I'm gonna cover this with, I'm gonna stick it in a big used bag that I have. And I'm gonna let it rise for probably around 30, 40 minutes, depending on how warm it is in your house. Mine's pretty cool right now because we have the windows open. But I'm gonna let it rise. It's not gonna rise very much. Remember, we're not using commercial yeast, we're using our sourdough. And then I'm gonna slash it like this. Okay, a little deeper than that. And then you're gonna put it into the oven at a 400 to 450, depending on what you want, degree oven. Make sure your oven is really hot before you put the bread in there. You don't wanna put it into a cold oven. So, I would say about 20 minutes into this rising, start your oven at 425 degrees. Put this in your oven. You can spray them with water if you want to get a nice crust. Put them in the oven, and I would let them go for about 20 minutes. I would turn the pan halfway through, depending on how your oven works, if it's hotter in the back, cooler in the front. Mine are commercial ovens, so they're pretty even. And that's it. You take it out when it's the color that you like. These are gonna be baguettes. If you're gonna make a boule, you just fold it into itself, pinch the bottom, set it there, let it rise, slash into the hashtag mark, let it rise, and then put that in the oven, same degree. If you're gonna make a round ball though, you're gonna probably put it in there for 30 or 40 minutes because it's more dense in the middle. When you have a nice long baguette like this, it's not as dense because you have less surface area in the middle, so it's gonna cook more evenly. This is a great first thing to do when you're making bread. You can also put it in a loaf pan, but sourdough in a loaf pan, these are really more of a free form type of a dough. And then if you really like this recipe, or if you have good success with it, I'll show you how to make just a regular white bread dough with yeast and a little bit of starter, and it'll knock your socks off. So that's it. I'll take a picture of these and show you in another little video when they're done. But for right now, I'm just gonna let them rise for the next 30, 40 minutes or so. Ciao.